Hello, 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 hello. There we go. Give me a moment. There we go. Sorry, just making sure people are getting the link. Getting a link. I was just accidentally throwing my camera across the fucking thing. Yeah, let's do that. Dumbass. That'd be brilliant, wouldn't it? Oh, there's Wifey. Hello, Wifey.
Hi, and look, it's Louie.
What was that? Sorry?
And Louie was here too.
Oh, beautiful. Hi, Louie.
He's a good boy.
Where's Ruby at? Where's Ruby?
Ruby is. Oh, she's sitting on a cardboard scratching pad, staring off into space because she's a pensive teenage kitten.
Watching upon her domain.
That's right. She's seeing everything she sees, but she don't see nothing.
Unbothered.
Exactly.
Imagine being that unbothered. I wonder.
I am that unbothered. What makes you think that I'm not that unbothered?
Oh, my everything's sore at the moment. Oh, Lord. What? My knees are at. You know how it be, how just everything changes every day and it's just like some bullshit?
Yeah.
Because you get like used to just one by the end of the day and then it's like, not surprise, next part of your body. Okay.
I get it. Did you get your food yet?
What was that, sorry?
Did you get your food yet?
Yeah, that's what I was receiving then.
Oh, cool.
This is sad. I was receiving it just as I was sending you one of the Marco Polos, and now I'm just waiting for Zach's food to arrive. My partner's.
What are you guys eating?
So I got Hungry Jack's, which is like our version of Burger King, and then my partner Zach, he is getting this more customized type burger place, is a bit more fancy than mine.
Cool.
But I got a burger that comes with some onion rings. I got some loaded fries, which has some cheese sauce and some bacon.
Yeah.
I got a caramel sundae thing, and I got a drink. But you know how last time we got a cup, and it had fun designs on the.
Right.
Guess what? What do you think? What the color is?
Purple.
I really want the purple one. I wish Shelley was here too, because it boo.
Aw, that's really cute cup.
Blue.
That's still cute.
No. Blue.
Blue.
Election. Blue.
Oh yes, we love blue. I'm sorry.
It keeps on happening, Rhonda.
Well, we can only hope. Come on, Nevada. I think Georgia's a lost cause, but
No, Georgia is down to only a couple of thousand votes between the two, and there's tens of thousands of votes left to count.
oh yeah, but I just don't have a good feeling about Georgia. But Georgia would be the most exciting because then it would be like a fuck you.
Mm-hmm.
Georgia would get a fuck you.
I almost want to do ice cream first, so I'm going to do it. I'm going to go with some of the caramel.
Oh yeah, because there won't be anything but melty. I love caramel on ice cream.
Same.
I love caramel in general.
Oh, same. I can just eat the slabs of it.
I've been ordering this friend of mine. He's kind of bougie, and he was talking about this best caramel he's ever had, and so he put the name of the company. So I've ordered from the onion ring. I love onion rings.
Yeah, and it actually is real onion ring with real onion in it.
Yeah, that's the only kind of onion ring that I think is the best. But I've been ordering this fancy bougie handmade caramel from Montana.
I know you've been mentioning it, and I'm like, I live for caramel one day. Well, what I can do, because I can get that Australian thing, I can tell you now that we're on a live. So I filled out a thing for a potential IT internship where sadly it's an in-person one, but it's mostly like you're sitting and talking to people and then like helping get at the very least their computers booked in. So I don't know how much of the repairs I would be doing. That's all stuff I'll be having to discuss.
Right.
But it's gonna be fun. Oh no. It's gonna be fun.
That's cool.
And I'm hoping that you can find something ASAP for yourself too. It's frustrating that the one that you went to was full-time instead of part-time.
Especially like I got all spiffy and I was thinking about it, and they sent me like 10 emails to verify that I was going to be there. But it's all right. It's just the way it is.
Yeah.
It just
a shame. I wish it were different, Rhonda. I really do.
me too. Because I like working, and I'm a good worker, and I always get good marks and good comments and good evaluations, and
I pretty much do too, and I'm pretty much one of the hardest workers of my age when I was there at any workplace that I was in. So it's like I have the drive and the want to do it. It's just actually getting something now.
oh, Angela said to dip your onion ring in your ice cream. Hey, Angela and Kathy.
You're nasty.
Well, French fries in ice cream is really good.
Oh yeah, I know, but not maybe with the caramel. I mean, fuck it. It's a MUKBANG channel. Let's try weird shit, eh? Oh, yum. It's not like bad. It's not pleasant though.
Your face is so magnificent.
I mean, you have to give me credit. You have to give me credit. I went hardcore with that.
You totally did. You went balls to wall with it. But what the best part was is like at the beginning, it was like not a bad face, but at the end, it was the worst. It was
So, we have a lovely guest that's about to join us.
We do.
Who do you think it is?
Shelly? Joe?
Joe!
Yay! Joe!
Okay, Zach's food, I think, is here, so I'll be back in a moment.
Joe is my little Yoda girl. In a good way, like cute baby Yoda. Not like old crazy.
I know what you mean.
How are you?
I'm good. I slept a good chunk tonight, and I did not have any nightmares.
Oh, yay.
What are you doing up? You sound a little better.
Yeah, I just took some medicine, so I should be sounding better for next hour or so.
Awesome. Did the saltwater gargle help?
A little bit. I've been doing it about every couple hours.
Yeah. But I love
I
you, Jeff.
how have you?
Yeah, blah,
Food's
blah, blah.
not, the food's not here yet, but Joe, did you see the BS that I did with Angela? Or because Angela told me to? I dipped one of my onion rings into like my caramel ice cream sundae, and I got a giant amount of ice cream with just a huge solid onion ring. Do not like it.
It
Regret.
was not good.
Do
His
not like
food was
it.
amazing. It was so amazing. Uh-oh, he's going to turn on the fun light.
Sorry, I was just fixing it because I don't like the way it looks.
But you should turn them on.
Hello, my sweet Angela. Hey, Kathy.
Everybody. Yeah. Ruby! Come here, Rube. Come here, little Rubo. She ain't coming. She ain't that kind of cat. What are you doing, Ruby? Oh, all the cats think there's going to be snacks because I started calling for kitties to come here.
Oh no.
Yeah. You have to say snacks or spell out the T word or they lose their freaking mind.
TREATS.
That's right. I'm so proud that James can spell that. It's the best. Louie, there's nothing here for you except love.
Yeah, every time that we have something, we literally say, "Hey, Jason, are we gonna give them TR something or TREAT?"
Yeah.
Look how cute this one is.
It looks like a Q.
I know.
Did
Louie
you have
got
a
Now,
good drive, James?
yes, it's my burger.
It looks so yummy.
it looks amazing.
I know it's from a place that's like McDonald's. It's kind of sad that they look so decent and then the McDonald's ones look like shit.
Now our chicken sandwiches at McDonald's, at least here, they actually look good. Everything else looks kind of pitiful.
I think we can tend to get more away with suing people and places if they don't have the burgers looking at least somewhat like how the photos look. So, well, your places in America can kind of get away with it more.
I hope Ben don't mind that I have a cold. Brad was going to tell him. He didn't get it. I mean, he's going to do my tattoo tomorrow. I don't know if I told you, Rhonda.
Oh, that's amazing.
He was going to do it today, but he was getting in later than he thought, and he could tell I didn't feel great. But I
Right.
forgot to tell him. I didn't say, "Hey, I got a cold," but I told Jason. Surely he figured it out.
Right. I'm sure it'll be no big deal.
I mean, he's a friend of the family, so he'll be fine.
Right. I think so. I mean, if you were having like COVID symptoms or something, that would be one thing, but you're
Oh
not.
yeah, I'm still gonna tomorrow before they pick me up. I'm gonna call in the morning and still tell him, "Hey, I didn't tell you last night. I didn't think about it, but I've got a cold. Does that bother you?" I still want him to know.
I mean, also see what you like tomorrow as well for you.
He's here to the 14th, so I've got plenty of time.
Would you all like to know a secret?
Yeah.
Well, it's not that much of a secret. You guys know Jeannie, Unfiltered 50s? We are making a plan for me to go visit her.
Oh yeah, where is she at? Illinois?
No, she's in outside of Indianapolis, which is about an hour and a half from me.
Oh, that's not bad.
No, she offered to come here, but my house would never be clean enough for me to have her here. But we're gonna do some recording and hanging out.
I'll be glad when we get to come.
I know, girl.
And I'm very thankful for you to say y'all are able to do it if we just say a couple days, because man, it's just the time for insurance to get crazy, you know.
Right.
And so Jason's having meetings and all these things pop up that we didn't expect.
Well, it's open enrollment and in the end of open enrollment, so that's always crazy. Well, the thing is, if it's on a Saturday, Rome's been working on Saturday, so it might just be me instead of me and Rome. But even if, no matter what, I'll be able to come.
Well, honestly, if it works, when we get to do it, it'll probably work out that we stay the night Saturday and probably be best to meet Sunday.
Yeah, that would be fine. That would be fine and dandy. It's just so nice because Jeannie will be the 4th YouTuber I meet, and you'll be my 5th.
Yay.
I know. I feel so lucky to have met so many people.
I just want to
No.
get money so I can come to America.
And then that's the only thing I get sad about is that me and James have gotten so close that like he's my ride or die, and he's all the way in Tasmania.
I know.
Sometimes it makes
And my
me sad.
wifey too. My wifey and Joe and Shelly and Angela and everyone in the chat. Everyone in the chat loves having a regulars of.
But it's more realistic when I think about everybody in America that I might be able to meet them, you know. But we're hoping next year we can try Tasmania.
That would be so cool.
I mean, Jason promised we'll do it. He's just gotta, you know, when people have jobs and stuff, you gotta work everything out.
Yeah.
I mean, also a possibility too is by the time I might potentially be able to get a job sometime next year and do it so we can just like save up some money for it, and I could try and plan to come over to the US depending on what happens with the election. Try and come over for 2022,
right?
And do the little go around the US and visit places.
It'd be so cool to do a road trip.
And
Jason is a great driver. Jason is a wonderful driver.
Zach is as well, and Zach likes driving, so him and
So does Jason. Oh, that's great. We don't have to do shit.
I know, right? How great is that?
And Rome is a truck driver, so he's a really good driver too.
Yay.
Yeah. I have.
So far, I've only had one person that when she offers to help, I have to turn her down because her driving is so bad.
Yeah, that's the worst.
And I had 5 wrecks in 6 years. 5 different people ran into me. So I'm really nervous with bad drivers.
You guys don't know this, but I've been in over 10 car wrecks in my life. And there was one that was so shocking. It gave me PTSD about 11 years ago. And for about until about 3 years ago, I was terrified to ride in cars. I would literally have panic attacks and like jerk when I would think people were coming too close in lanes. And sometimes I would scream. And at one point, I could only go a few blocks from my house. But over the last, several years, I've been able to work it out to where now I'm no longer terrified. I now have my license, and now I'm
That,
driving.
that's great. When I can understand because the first wreck I had, an 18-wheeler ran over me.
Oh my God!
So even now on the when we have to drive on the interstate, if we get between twos, I panic. You know how if I get in the middle of them, I start to panic. And luckily, I'm so thankful that I have Jason. He's a great person to help you bring yourself back to where you need to be. I do have medication too, but James knows I don't like taking it. It makes me like zombie-ish,
Right.
so I don't like taking it.
I mean, I also have some anxiety with being in a car as well. Zach can attest, and I've told Jo about it as well, so she can also attest. One of the worst times I've had a kind of moment. It almost is like every time I'm in a car, my brain is always thinking of the absolute possible worst of every little weird sound you hear. It's just like, oh, you go over a pothole. It's almost like a Final Destination sequence goes off in my head, where it's like, oh, you go over a pothole, like, oh, the wheel, there you go. One of the little bolts or the nuts holding the tires on is going to come off, and it's just going to be enough that it can start to wobble, and then it's going to come off while you're going around a corner, and the car's going to flip and go around, especially around in Tasmania where it's really hilly.
Yeah.
And it's like, and it got to the point where there was some times where I'd literally have to get off a bus over 2 miles away from where I wanted to actually be, just because I couldn't actually handle it anymore, and I'd be like just crying while walking to where I needed to go.
Aw.
Yeah,
And it's like, you can't help it; it just happens. So,
yeah.
I definitely relate.
Your
But
brain just does what it does. I mean, and you just have to do what you can to kind of focus. And with anxiety, you can't always just get out of it.
yeah,
Right.
and I assume that something like that was at play, at least, Rhonda, because of the nightmares and stuff when you were talking about it. I
Yeah.
obviously haven't heard of anything and you haven't mentioned it before, but like that makes sense to me. I have a friend, I won't mention anything about her, but they have had a lot of issues in their past and PTSD and all that fun stuff. It's never fun.
Yeah. I still sometimes see myself in fiery car crashes, but it's not as bad as it used to be, where I was just instantly terrified.
Yeah, mine's gotten. I used to have. I mean, in the beginning, I just start crying, and sometimes I'd get myself so worked up I'd throw up. But now, normally, Jason can slow down, get behind them, or speed up a little bit, get ahead of them, and I can get out of it. But I mean, there's still times he has to pull over at the next exit and let me get out and walk it off.
Yeah, I have trouble being around truck drivers. I mean, and Rome is a big wheel truck driver,
Mm,
and
Yeah,
and he and most truck drivers are pretty safe, but then there's the ones that you just don't know.
mm-hmm. Don't know what they're doing, what they're on.
Exactly, or how long they've been driving, all that stuff. But the rules
yeah.
and regulations for truck drivers driving are pretty strict. So,
Mm-hmm.
but it doesn't mean
They,
that people
they've made it really hard because of electronics for truck drivers to go
Yep.
over. I mean, they literally have to stop or they could lose their job now.
right. And Rome has to keep track of all that stuff.
Yeah,
Even if he's not an over the road truck driver where he goes out for weeks. He has been before, and that was a really hard time for me. But but he's at least a local truck driver where he's home every night, which is a huge deal.
yeah,
You know what? If it's kind of relevant, I'll just not name names, so it's Joe at least knows who it is. I just won't mention who it is. But I know someone where this happened like a couple of decades ago. They were driving so they were sitting in the passenger seat, and their partner was driving, and they were behind a truck that had corrugated iron on the back of it. I'm assuming. Do you know what corrugated iron is? Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
It's like iron, but it's all wavy.
Right. Yeah. That's what I thought you meant.
And unbeknownst to them, this driver was known, or like the truck driver was known for being reckless and that kind of stuff. And they were just driving behind this person, and they went to go bend down and grab, like the passenger, the driver's still driving, went to bend down and grab something out of their purse. And as they were coming, like going down and coming back up, the truck in front had gone over a bump, and a piece of the corrugated iron, had fallen off of the back of the truck, decapitated the driver.
Oh my God, that's insane.
Yeah.
It's like,
Well,
and it's like, how in the fuck? How in the fuck do you deal with that?
you just don't. I mean, that sounds like one of the worst things that could ever happen.
Jason's best friend, unfortunately, was driving under the influence. The wreck was still the truck driver's fault, but he was killed also.
Mm-hmm.
Which makes me thankful that Jason drives okay.
Right.
Because, but it's just, I don't know. Some truck drivers just don't take it seriously enough. But a lot of them do. A lot of them do, too.
Yeah. Well, for every Rome, there's probably 2 dickheads,
Sadly. I had a friend who was sadly killed, and he was a motorcyclist, and he didn't do anything wrong. He was on a notorious stretch where cars would speed, and he was going along the highway at normal speed, and the car had misjudged that was trying to merge onto the highway. Had misjudged, and it was a big 4-wheel drive, kit and caboodle to go 4-wheel driving out the outback of Australia, even though it was in Tasmania, so it's going up the crazy hills and shit. And he essentially slammed right into the side of the truck, going almost about, I think it was almost 60 miles per hour he was going, just slammed straight into the side of the truck on the 4-wheel drive. Thankfully, the drivers of the car were able to comfort him in the last couple of minutes before he passed away, because he passed away before emergency services got there, I believe. But he luckily had the driver of the car to comfort him. Very sad. We literally just woke up and just saw that he had passed away. Like, I had a friend of mine who also was friends with him. We were housemates, and woke up at like 7:30, 8 a.m. Just saw on Facebook, rest in peace. I'm like, wait, what the fuck? And then saw killed in motorcycle accident. Car pulled out in front of him. He slammed into the side of it.
Yeah, knock on wood, with 5 wrecks under my belt, and all of them, one of them being an 18-wheeler and one of them being a complete drunk. I've been very lucky to still be here.
Mm-hmm.
I'll say. I think we all are.
Mm-hmm.
I was in this terrible car accident when I was young. I was, of course, a passenger because I was just a little kid. And I was visiting my aunt and uncle who lived in kind of a rural county just outside of Louisville. And my parents had just gone to St. Louis for a conference, and my uncle was like, I'm going to the junkyard. We're like, we want to go to the junkyard because it sounded so cool. We were like 10 or 11, 12 years old.
Yeah.
And so we're in this old pickup truck, and there's like an old refrigerator and all this stuff in the back of it. And so we're going to the junkyard, and all of a sudden we're driving on these mountain roads, and next thing that we come around a corner, and there's a cement truck in the middle of the road, and we didn't have time to stop, and so to the left was a ravine, to the right was a family in a yard, and then there was another person, another car in the other lane. We hit a cement truck, and I ended up. My cousin was paralyzed on half his body. I broke my jaw in 3 places and lost some teeth. And I was in the ICU. It was really awful.
Yeah.
I had to have all kinds of surgery afterwards. It was just terrible. But it's amazing what you can go through and live and overcome.
Oh, yeah, it is. I mean, and there's things you'll think while it's happening. Because while I was having PTSD about the 18-wheeler, I assumed that was the rest of my life, that I would never get over it. And I'm not completely over it.
Right.
But, I mean, I'm here and I can ride now. And when Jason had to go to the hospital, I was able to drive him.
Right. That's amazing.
The reason why I'm bopping, Georgia just flipped blue. If it stays, Biden's won.
Oh my God, James, that's some breaking news. That
I got the most expensive piece of wood in my house. This is Chile pine, rare wood. You can't buy this. It is literally endangered.
James, that's amazing.
Yes, I just checked, and Michigan and Wisconsin are confirmed locked in blue. It's just Nevada, Georgia, Pennsylvania, and North Carolina that are still not locked in. But the Pennsylvania and North Carolina are red.
Right.
Georgia and Nevada at the moment are blue. Thing is, though, we only need one of them. We don't need both.
Right. Which I really hope it's Georgia, because then it'd be a sound beating.
Yep. Yep.
I really want it to be something that just can't be fucked with.
Yes, that's why I was going like ham is like break all the knuckles. I don't care, sacrifice them for this shit. And I'm sorry if anyone watching doesn't like, I don't give a fuck. It's my channel, I can do what I want.
That's amazing. That's such good news.
Hopefully, we have just witnessed history, literally.
Right.
Yeah, I've only been in one, but I've always had issues with cars even beforehand. It was like 18 years old. It was a pure accident. We were driving. Everything was safe. It just happened that this one bit of road, it was muddy, but the mud we didn't realize, solidified at the top in a way where it looked like just solid ground enough, but when you actually got the tire into it, it sunk, and the whole car just slid off the side of the road and just plowed into the side of the embankment. The car was a bit fucked. The front tires plastics were like, you know, the plastic that goes around the interior where the wheel is itself. I don't know what it's called. I can't remember at the moment. That was just out of it. There wasn't too much damage, but otherwise. And I've also partially wrecked my mum's car. I kept on telling her that I did not feel comfortable with driving, that I was not in the headspace for driving. No, mother, no, I don't want to drive. And she kept on going, James, you can do it. James, it's okay. You're going to fucking do it. You can do it. And then I was going for it. And we had a really weird driveway where you have to do this weird maneuvering to get into it. And I somehow only gently scraped along the fence, like barely scraped along it, but I'd indented my mum's passenger side as well as around the wheel well, and I had somehow impaled the tire on a nail.
Oh, jeez.
So it was like popped.
Well, Angela,
And I'll-
minor
and I'll-
car accidents are scary too.
Oh yeah.
I did it.
Absolutely.
I did it going less than 5 miles an hour. Woo! Love to see it. I mean, my mum's literally just my mum has just gone from literally just getting into the car and going to reverse. And it's gone way too fast and just reversed straight into a neighbour's like fence.
Oops.
You know, well, yeah, it happens. It happens.
Well, I'm just glad that I'm a pretty safe driver. I'm super cautious of other people.
I'm glad I got a man that is fine driving me around.
It's pretty
Obviously,
amazing.
I'm going to get it eventually, but I'm happy to go without needing it as long as possible.
I feel you. Oh, sweet Joe, you're just so cute when you're sick.
Uh,
I mean, you're so cute anyway, but
It's the extra.
it's the
adorable.
extra, like the extra look of surprise,
It's the extra brain fog. More than normal.
which is adorable because we all love a foggy Joe.
I've had a lot of medicine.
Foggy Joe.
Like a foggy Joe, I love a soggy hoe. I don't know if Rhonda heard me or not, but
I didn't. I'm sorry.
I said, you love a foggy Joe, I love a soggy hoe.
Oh, you do love a soggy hoe. Thanks for noticing. Thanks for noticing. I do my best.
Always, babe.
That's
How
what
could I not pay attention?
What?
How could I not pay attention?
I know. I mean, it is glistening and delightful.
That was not a noise of enjoyment. That was a kind of a noise of I am kind of.
I just had to go there. You just made me go
I love
there.
it when you do, but it also equally makes me very, very sad.
It's so awful.
It's okay.
It's so gross.
Matters.
So awful.
I don't know how in the world, with all the cold medicine I've got in me, I'm awake.
Well, that's part of what it is. A lot of that cold medicine makes you stay awake.
I took the nighttime kind too.
Well, but if you've taken both kinds together, it can counteract the nighttime part, where it just makes you awake.
You're pinging, bruv. They're full of pinging. You're getting the full Australian. See, this is how I feel when you just talk with your American slang. I just look at you in confusion. Because I was saying you're fully pinging, bruv, which means you're like tripping balls or you are high. See, now you understand how I feel when everyone there's like 5 of us on panel and you're all just going with your American colloquialisms and I'm here just like
Yeah, we don't even think about that.
What was it the other day? We said hooky, and you hadn't heard that word.
Like playing hooky? That's
yeah,
funny.
like not going to class. Is that
right?
What I'm saying? That's like wagging. Like if you're not going to class, you're wagging here.
That's funny.
Like how a dog's tail it wags, wagging.
Mm.
I remember the first time I played hooky. It was such a big deal. I was in 8th grade, hanging out with some bad girls, and they're like, Rhonda, we're not going to go to class. I'm like, really? And it was so boring playing hooky. it was exciting at the same time because like the cool girls were letting me hang out.
Yeah.
The only times I ever did it, mine, they were kind of enjoyable, even though I wasn't in the good headspace, anyways. But like one of the few times that I did, it was a photography course, and I technically could have just not had to go anyways, but I just chose not to actually show up to let the teacher know that I'm not going to go. I was just like, fuck it. But I hung out with some friends. We went to this little area that was near our college, where our college was on a little bay, so there was all these boats and such. And unbeknownst to a lot of people, there was this little area off this little track on one of the bay heads where we had set up with some couches and stuff. We just sat there, smoked some weed, and just had good life.
Right. I remember when I was taking master's classes one Saturday, because I worked the week full time, and then I had master's classes on Saturdays. It would be all day Saturdays. So, anyway, so I blew off class one day, and I went to the local coffee shop and was sitting outside, and then I saw my teacher, and she's like, "Oh, saw you weren't in class today." I was like, "Oh, fuck." It's like, it don't matter how good you are. When you get called out by a teacher, you get called out by a teacher.
Right.
I've got a story that will make you laugh and be like, what the fuck? But same school that I did that at. This happened after that happened. But one of my friends was sitting in the designated smoking area, and he was actually smoking a cigarette. And a couple of people further up, there was about 4 or 5 of them, they were handing a joint around and sharing it. I think at one point they even had like their own. But I think by the time they got caught smoking, they were having their own, because the principal essentially caught them smoking like weed because he knew. And you think, oh yeah, he's the principal, they're going to get in big trouble. He literally said, oh, back in my day, we would be sharing one joint around, like a group of 5, 10 of us. You guys are fucking doing a great job, just one. And just walked off. Didn't even care. And he was like the official, like, principal of the school. I'm like, what the fuck? What's going on?
Well, I mean, some people, it just, some people just don't think it's a big deal. Some people think it's a huge deal.
Mm.
I mean,
And there was a school cop too. So it's not like he couldn't have informed the school cop after leaving.
right.
But they didn't. It was cool though. Weird interaction, but cool. I mean, it's also pretty well known that a lot of the police are corrupt and use the shit anyways themselves. So,
Right.
even here in Australia, it happens.
Well, they always say cops have the best guns. So,
I literally have a friend who's witnessed police go to a known drug house, spend 30 minutes there, and then they leave all giggly, playing silly buggers with each other, and then go for the day.
yeah. There's so much corruption with police. I mean, I know there's still some good cops, but it's just, especially it's hard to not see it, here with Rihanna and everything and the stuff that's gone around. It's hard. But anyway,
Yeah.
I love monkeys.
I love you.
I love you too, my little husband.
And I love you, Joe. You're never forgotten. Don't feel. And I love Angela.
I love everybody, and you're next.
I get a new phone tomorrow. Yay.
Get a new phone?
I think I'm going to, when I get home, I'm going to live stream unbox it just for funsies. And then what I'm going to do, as to be an idiot, I'm going to literally set it up live on camera and then flip StreamYard from this phone to that phone.
Isn't that hard to do?
Nah, it wouldn't be. That's also if I get a phone tomorrow, I might just have to pre-order it because
What kind of phone? The iPhone 12?
iPhone 12 Pro. I'm going to get black 128 gigabyte.
Yeah, I'm on the 11. Just the 11. I didn't go Pro because, I was just like, I didn't want to spend the extra money. And my filming looks great anyway. But
Yeah, I have the 10s Max, so I have the highest model the year before yours came out.
right.
So I get a decent upgrade, but I also do all my filming on my actual camera. So I could ultimately just go with a different phone like a Samsung Note 20 Ultra, but I'll just have to see how I feel because I also plan to get Apple AirPod Pros because they work really good with filming and live streaming in general, because that will essentially mean I'll be able to have one in while I'm live streaming like this, and I could literally walk away from my phone anywhere in my house and you could still hear me as if I was sitting like this. So, and then I'd also be able to potentially use it to do voice recordings and like use this phone synced with them to voice record while I'm actually filming, so I don't get the sound of my camera's autofocus adjusting.
Right. I'm probably going to try to wait to get, since my phone is paid for, I've already paid it off. I'm probably going to try to wait till the 13 comes out.
Yeah, mine was just paid off for.
Yeah,
like
so
I paid it yesterday.
That's awesome.
It's fine.
It makes you feel good, but then you just want to get the next one. But I don't think there's much difference between the 12 and the 11. So I'm just going to.
It's not. It's the actual durability of them. It's proven how they have a ridiculous improvement when it comes to strength. It's crazy. You can essentially drop it even from if you're on the phone with your ear without any case on. It won't break, basically.
Yeah, and this one's pretty water resistant too.
The new one, the new iPhone's like 3 times as water resistant as that. So like that one is rated up to 2 meters. I believe the new iPhone is up to 6 meters.
Well, I'm not going to get it near 2 meters.
Oh, I know. Well, it's more. Well, I sometimes, because you guys send all of the Marco Polos, I sometimes have to check them while I'm in the shower. I have to get every single minute in. I have you guys. I have schoolwork. I got filming. I got burbs to feed. I got mouths to feed. The children. Think of the children.
Your life is so hard, James. I feel so tragic for you. Look at you in your pretty blue cup. Go blue. Go big.
Joe, it was a good omen. I got a Hungry Jack's. You know how it had the pretty red cup last time? Red. This time it was blue.
Yay. We love it.
Good sign, good omens, hopefully. So as if you don't like Biden, but I like Biden personally, so I don't like him, but he is a stepping stone to something better potentially.
Well,
and I'd much rather that.
Well, I don't. It just depends also how the Senate and the House go. Whether Mitch McConnell's not. If Biden wins, he's still not going to get a whole lot done because Mitch McConnell will personally stop everything that he can. Mm-hmm. And Mitch McConnell comes from my state, and it's terribly embarrassing that he. But the chick that was running against him was not impressive whatsoever. And
which is never easy.
There was another candidate that was running, for the Democratic nomination for, against McConnell that was much better than the chick that ended up running, but he didn't make the vote. But there's a future for him. There's still a future.
What's wrong, buddy?
Look at all that hair, Joe. You having a kitty with a bad time?
I don't know what he's doing. He just sometimes I think there's spirits in this house because he'll look just in space and meow.
I felt that. Sometimes the bird will act like there's another bird that's invading its space, and it gets kind of like aggro, like like there is another bird, and it's like you're making no sense. Birds, and cats,
Birds and cats are weird creatures, and I love them.
especially
Yeah.
when they have their own special issues to begin with.
Look, Joe, I've got troll hair clips.
I do too.
They were like $2.
Mine are in the bathrooms, but I got that because it came with the multicolor and then like a plain color
Pink.
pink.
It's super cute. What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me no more. What is love? I don't know anymore. Any more words to that song. Actually, I think that's most of the words.
Yeah,
Did you ever see Night at the Roxbury?
yeah,
Dun, dun, dun.
yeah. And they busted one time.
That was so good. Night at the Roxbury was much funnier than it should have been. They just don't make characters like that anymore. They just don't run like that anymore. I got music all stuck in my head.
Okay. So, sorry, it's election talk, but Georgia, apparently most of the people were sent home overnight, but there was a certain place that they were working throughout the morning, and then they submitted things, which is how Biden got pushed through. And then some of the last places to submit things are blue leaning in Georgia.
That's wonderful. You can talk election talk on your channel all you want.
Yeah,
it's almost 2-1 Biden.
Yeah, it's just that I know that on my live stream there's such a variety of people that I don't want to alienate anybody.
I also care about that. I don't when it's like 3 people, but also I equally don't care. We're talking about human rights at this point. It's like, and it's not like I'm saying anything other than it's just facts. It's just
right.
There's a lot.
Right. I feel you.
Like, yeah, I'm biased, but I'm just saying numbers.
I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Mm-hmm.
Do I need to explain that to you?
Well, I don't even necessarily like him. He is just genuinely what I think is a better option.
Right. Well, a lot of people are like talking in theory that he's like the rebound president. Like after the bad relationship, you go for the rebound president. You know,
And then you get the true good one. That's
what we're hoping for. That's the big picture that I'd like to see.
I'm gonna get rid of these ones because the old ones are the new ones that
We also need to get a president after whoever is the president next that's like younger than 70, you know?
Yeah. At least 40s or 50s.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's, got some youth in them.
Mm-hmm.
Agreed.
Young and sprightly.
Someone who's still jogging. Someone who is ready to play some ball.
You can play with your ball.
Please, baby, please.
I will.
Now we're all now. I don't know enough words to anything anymore. I'm
gonna have such a good sleep tonight. I'm definitely gonna just I'm going to end this not soon, but in like half an hour's time. And then pretty much I'm just going to like peace out because I just need to sleep.
Yeah, you didn't sleep well yesterday.
I'm going to try and sleep. I don't know how well it will work. Let's see what happens. And I might message Joe or something. I mean, considering the amount I've had, my eyes don't really show it that much. I guess I'm just used to it.
Right.
But
Well,
it's just mentally, it's just, I'm exhausted mentally.
right. And you just have to be careful.
I need to see blue.
Me too, dude. Me too.
I'm just so foggy.
Foggy Mountain Breakdown. Do, 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 do. Ooh, it's the Wet n Wild palette. I just love the cover of that palette.
I love also how it's like, it's a bit on the more awkward side, but it's just one giant piece when you fold
Right.
it open.
Yeah, the cover is pretty amazing.
Mm-hmm. And such fun colors, such fun. I really do love the blues in this shade here. When I used it with these 3 darker blues with that teal, that was a beautiful look.
Yeah, I gotta start. I have to get into these blues and purples here with this Walhalla.
Yeah.
There's just too much to not do it. But a lot of them look so much the same.
Yeah, I think I've told Joe, but I don't know if you were there, Rhonda. I got a response from the place that I'm getting the Mitchell stuff from. They should be getting in the shipment of stuff this weekend / early next week, and it should be shipped. And I don't know if were you here in the live stream the time where I actually showed the screen of what all the products I chose look like?
No, I missed that.
I got a hiccup.
Oh, no hiccup. Ooh, I scare you out of hiccup.
Hiccup or Upchuck. I don't know which one yet.
Oh, I hope it's not Upchuck.
Oh, why not? You love it a little bit.
I do. How did you know I have a puke fetish?
I could just tell. Baby, you don't need to tell me anything. We're on the same wavelength.
That's true.
I'm gobbling up what you're vomiting down. I'm just, nah, absolutely not.
That is the worst thing that I've heard you say today. Would you like a cracker with that?
Yeah, you just use your toes.
Oh.
Suck it right off. Just I just need to. No, I'm gonna show you pretty makeup now. I'm done.
Please do.
If I can I? Oh wow. I should do.
I got my little palette ready for my Lele. This is what I got so far.
Oh, that's awesome.
I'll send you the things. How about that? I'll send you them via Instagram.
Okay, that's cool.
So I got the 2 palettes from him, but as well as these 3 blushes, I got the much more vibrant ones. So it's a vibrant red, a pink, and an orange.
Oh, I found out when the Beetlejuice melt launches.
When is that?
It's Black Friday.
Oh. Friday the 13th?
No, Black Friday is the Friday after Thanksgiving.
Oh. I'm getting one thing. I'm trying to make myself just do Lele Posh, and that's it.
I'm hoping that I have money for the Lunar Beauty launch because I want that. Even though I know I just got more stuff that's face stuff, I want the face that he.
All I see is lippies. James, all I see is lippies.
The things that I sent you, they're blushes.
Oh, they're blushes. Oh, those are pretty.
Hello, good morning, Mo.
Yeah, they're designed so you can control how much pigment is actually on your face instead of it being squirted out or a little pan that you have to rub a thing in. You can just smallest little bit onto the area.
Super cool.
Yeah, and I wanted to get brighter colours because I've already got blushes that are in more normal colours, so I'd rather try a new formula in a brighter colour, see how it performs, and then if I really want a more neutral tones, then I can buy them.
Ooh, and then today Jeffrey announces his next launch.
I told you that, remember?
I know, I can't wait.
Just
He
so
also
excited.
seems to be having green nails. Sorry to tell you, but he seems to be having green nails recently, so it looks like he
That
might.
would make me so happy. I mean, it's not like I don't have a million green eyeshadows at this point, but I just don't care. I just love them all so much.
I will try and win it in a giveaway, but otherwise, I'm not going to buy it. Because I've got so much there's so much I want more than anything that Jeffrey can put out at the moment. Like, there's literally so much that I'm constantly thinking about. There's like $300 worth of liquid eyeliners that I've got in cart ready to purchase when I can.
Right.
Like,
Well, that's cool.
I've got hundreds of dollars worth of stuff. All the content.
That's super cool. But what was I gonna say?
You're beautiful.
I'm beautiful no matter what they say. Words can't bring me down. I really want the Melt purple and green palette, but
Same.
it's going to depend on how much it is.
I have a feeling it's going to be like $52.
Well, but see, there's only 8 shadows in it, so it shouldn't be much. I don't think it should be in the 50s, but it probably won't be. But it shouldn't be.
The She's the Party or whatever, wasn't it like 48?
Yeah, it was 48, and it was 2 pans smaller than their normal palettes. She's in parties. That's a Bauhaus song.
It's pretty.
That's gorgeous.
Shiny.
It looks like glitter jizz.
It essentially is. It's the choking on ice, but I'm like, oh.
Are you getting ready for work, Mo?
Very pretty.
There's so much of this. I don't mind just wasting products doing this.
Right. Yeah, I've got that that glam bag from Lele Posh coming. It's also glittery.
I am excited for all the content to come. And Joe, I don't know if you saw my Marco Polo. Did you?
What?
I don't know.
Joe doesn't know then. Guess what? Your box is in Australia, motherfucker.
Oh, yeah, you did. I did remember.
That's so good.
I'm so
amazing.
excited. It's
I'm
currently
so
scanned for customs because, you know, it's kind of, they're like, oh, I just want to make sure that this giant box
it's
isn't
from
a
a
bomb.
package from Zach. That's what was taking so long.
It depends on which place it goes here.
Right.
California and New York seem to take forever.
Well, all I know is that I live in a hub of UPS and USPS, and where I am is so close to so many major cities that we're a hub. So usually things ship real fast from here, and things get here real fast.
I was going to ask, is Tennessee a hub as well then? Because it seems to just leave and get to Australia extremely quickly from Tennessee, and that normally doesn't happen unless it's in a city or near a city that is a hub.
Nashville, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, Louisville is because we're an hour and a half from Indianapolis. We're an hour and a half from Cincinnati. We're 3 hours from Nashville. We're 5 hours from Chicago. We're 5 hours from St. Louis. You know, we're so close to so many big cities that's why we're a hub, because we're so centrally located. But but Nashville maybe, because Nashville's such a big city.
And it's close to the middle too.
Yep, Nastyville tennis shoe. That's what we used to call it. We're going to Nastyville tennis shoe. But I love Nashville.
Yeah, I just know it is because I got an email about the box saying that it's gotten into Australia and that it's going through customs, which, funnily enough, is the first time I've ever gotten an email like that before.
That's
Oh,
awesome.
really?
Yeah, so
You
hopefully
too,
that
Mom.
means
You have a great day.
Have a great day, Mo.
you too. Hopefully it just arrives quickly, but then we're stuck, Joe. We're stuck, Joe, waiting for the 1st and the 2nd of December.
Yep, Candy and I are doing boxes, and Candy and I did birthday presents for each other because our birthdays are like about a week apart, and we sent each other our packages, and we couldn't wait till our birthdays. So we're doing our Christmas stuff, but I know we're going to open it early because we just can't wait for stuff.
Oh yeah, we
Yeah.
can't wait until the 25th of December. Stuff that we'll wait until the 1st of December. Like I'm sure
Exactly.
Joe and I, we can have enough self-restraint for that at least.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Well,
Hopefully.
I don't know.
We can hopefully do it, Joe.
Well, it depends on when everybody has their boxes to how long you feel like you can wait.
Yeah.
Well, if it's already in Australia, it should hopefully only take another week or so. So it's.
I wonder what your package is, Joe.
It's
I
in
don't
America
know.
already. Joe's is in LA. I just checked.
Woo!
Yeah, so Joe's is in LA on the way to her, because technically LA is closer to me. But I don't know where the package landed in Australia for customs, because Tennessee technically would be closer to Western Australia, even though you're on the east, Joe.
I don't know, my friend.
No, west, or your east. I'm on the east part of Australia. It wouldn't make sense that your east and my east would be closer. It would make sense that your east and my west would be closer. So I think it's probably bordered somewhere. Oh, I'm just gonna move it. Hello. You're on a tripod. You're on my fancy camera tripod, just holding my phone.
Very cool.
See the amount of effort that I put in for you, wifey and Joe. It's great. I have my wifey and my bestie. I need more, but I have wifey and bestie.
I'm so happy.
It does seem like my box this time is going quicker, but
Well, because my box got to James really quick. I felt like it got there super quick.
It's been interesting. But I didn't even think. Yeah, so it's the 6th of November now for me. So if it arrives within the week, that will just put it between the 16th and the 20th. So it would only be like a week or so that we'd have to wait max until we can open it, because I'll be opening it on the 2nd of December on early morning. Because essentially the plan is that we're going to all try it. So Joe, I've gotten Zach to say yes to it. You know what I'm about to say. The zombie deliciousness. He's said yes to trying them just before he goes to work at around 8:30, 9 a.m. So what's the time for you? What's the time for you now?
almost 5 a.m.
It's 5:56 for me. So, and Joe's an hour behind me.
So 3:30 p.m. on the 1st of December for you, roughly, will be when Zach will be going to work. Would be our most opportune time. I don't know how that works for Jason, though.
Well, I can't wait to see you guys eat zombie Skittles, because watching Candy eat them was the funniest thing I've ever seen.
I mean, worst comes to worst, Joe, it can just be us two that eats them. But around 3:30 p.m. for you is roughly perfect time for me to go live. If you don't mind waiting until 3:30 p.m. and you can handle waiting until 3:30 p.m. on the first.
Jason has to usually work till 4:30, but if it's a slow day, he can get off early.
And it's special circumstances because it's Zombie Skittles with the Australia connection.
He pull some things, be like, hey, look, there's something special on the way. We need the sweet content.
That's right. You need them views.
Mm-hmm.
You need all the digits.
Honestly, I'm genuinely more excited for Bryce to get his stuff than for me to
Me
get mine.
too. He's gonna flip his lid, man.
That's so exciting.
I hope nothing died in transit because it is literally so packed. Like, I kid you not, when I was removing individual packing peanuts to fit everything in, like, it was ridiculous. It was Tetris. That box was Tetris, at least when I was packing it. So I don't know how much things have squished in transit because, yeah, you know how transit's like.
I just hope that if they do open my box, that they tape it really good, because I had to roll it to make it stay together.
I don't know how they feel looking at your box when it arrived into LA, especially, you know, considering what it's like right now. You know, this crazy box that's relatively heavy, just covered in duct tape. What the fuck's going on?
Dude, they might have to rebox it if they take all that duct tape off.
I mean, the way it's done, they should be able to just slice along certain edges.
Oh, I know, honey.
So, and obviously I will be able to, but it is. I did go very hardcore with it. I did like 3 layers of actual duct tape. So I would do all of the corners, then I'd do another layer, and then another layer.
Was it cute duct tape or was it just gray duct tape?
It's shiny grey duct tape.
Ooh, well, that's nice. I used to get fancy patterned duct tape to seal all my eBay packages with.
I want to, but this was just duct tape that was laying around, and it's strong enough to hold the box. And I'm hoping that nothing breaks. And I've told Joe before that, like, a lot of the things that is like pressed powders that are in compacts, I've tried to bundle them all together in one giant bubble wrap bubble. So I don't know how you want to handle that, Joe, if you just want to, like, open it all up and then look at everything all at once, or if you want to try and open that up or get Jason to open it up, or if you are alone, just, like, open it up.
We'll figure it out, because like I told you, I did the same thing. Like, all the lippy stuffs together and stuff like that.
I mean, it wouldn't be that big of a deal if we just kind of showed the whole bundle of all the makeup stuff all in one go. It'd probably be a lot quicker than going, look at this one thing, now you go. Now look at this one thing, now you go. Like, it'd just be better going, I got this, and this of this type of stuff, and that's. But one thing in there, I am so excited for you. And I know you're not going to be the happiest in some aspects, but you're going to love it as well. Joe, you don't understand. Literally, no one knows. Even Rhonda, with being Sticky Beak Rhonda, she doesn't know.
What don't I know?
You don't know the certain items, but there's one specific item in Joe's box that no one knows about. And I've been teasing Joe with little hints about it for months. And she still doesn't know what it is. I'm evil.
I know you're evil, and I love it.
Man, I've had so much cold medicine and drugs, I can't even remember from day to day that you tease me.
Tease me.
It's okay. It's worth it, though. You will like it, I promise.
I like it. I like it already.
I essentially did things very sensibly in certain ways. Like, I got a lot of products that were similar categories but from different brands, and essentially built full faces from 2 or 3 different brands for Joe.
That's exciting.
Yeah, so I got her 2 foundations. Don't know how well they're going to match either one. But I got like some makeup in the sense of like makeup. Duh, I got the makeup, dumbass. I'm tired. I got some eye makeup, is what I meant to say. So I got some eyeshadow palettes for her. It's in different varieties. I got some lip products. I got base. I got all sorts. I got accessories. I got snacks.
I think we talked about it, and I think we both got everything except we both forgot the primer.
Yeah.
Well, no, I have a primer in your box. The glitter
Oh,
eye
damn.
primer. The glitter
No,
eye primer.
yeah,
You
not
can use it
the.
on your face. You can use it on your face. It's that tacky. You could use very little and it just cover your whole face. Like genuinely, you probably could. Actually, you should try that one day. See how well it works because it works phenomenally with glitter. So it probably work great with your foundation.
Yeah, it might be too sticky though.
I don't know. It works well to the point with like glitter. So I don't know. And it also works well. I've used it with other liquid products before on the lid. It just makes it stick even better. And it helps foil it. So I don't know how well, or if it would just like make the foundation more dewy as well. So I'd probably have to go with one that's already quite dewy. It just doesn't have the best coverage and see if it helps build the coverage and last longer.
I can't wait to see your JD Glow stuff, Joe.
I know. I'm really excited about that.
That's going to be super cool. And today, there's 2 videos going up today. At 7 my time is the child palette, the look that I did that you saw yesterday on
Yes, that was pretty.
and on Polo. So that's going up this morning. And then later on today is the Bijou Beauty Box because they always run late. So it's October's. I get October and November, which is normal for them. But there was a neon palette. So that with the Star Gems neon. So I'll be able to do a neon look proper for you, James.
Yay! I'm gonna get my
I'm
muffin.
excited. I want all this. I want all of the stunning, beautiful neons. All of it. All
Yeah,
of it.
it's like a really Rude Cosmetics, which is pretty good for an indie brand.
Yeah, I have one of their eyeliners. Where is it? Hello? There it is. It's Beppo. Of course, it's Beppo.
Oh, it looks like your hair. It looks like my hair, your hair, and my nails.
Beppo.
That's the same color as your hair and my nails.
I know that it actually came in the box with my hair dye. I bought it for it was like 12, 13 Australian dollars, so relatively cheap.
Right.
And you saw the pigment. It's beautiful.
Really nice. Yeah. Okay, is it blueberry muffin, Joe?
Muffin. I want muffin.
Oh, Wolfie says hi. Hi, Wolfie.
Oh, wow.
Hello, Wolfie.
It's snack time.
Can I see? No, we can't see Wolfie at the moment.
No, he doesn't let me pick him up. But he's a big fluffy gray cat that looks like a wolf. They all think that it's snack time now. They're just looking at me like I've never fed them before in their lives.
Right.
Don't
Is
they
it
always
time?
do that?
Is it snack time? They're just moving, they're wiggling their little tails. Okay, you guys.
It's
Treat,
TREA time.
gonna have treats now. Now, who wants a treat? Who wants a treat?
That wasn't very enthusiastic. What the fuck?
Well, that was mostly Wolfie talking. But they just go crazy for their little temptations. It's like I don't know what they put in the Kit Kat temptation snacks, but my cats act like it's freaking kitty crack. Kitty crack. You'll always be home, sweet home to me. Good old crack. Kitty Crack, Tennessee.
Kidding? What?
Rocky Top, you'll always be home, sweet home to me. Good old Rocky Top, Tennessee. Rocky Top, Tennessee. That's one of my favorite songs to sing because it's just such a pretty melody. And I like to change the words to Kitty Crack. That's right. You don't know what's going to come out this mouth.
You don't know what's going to come in it in a minute, too.
Ooh, daddy. Ooh, big daddy. So far, it's a Coke Zero.
Oh, no. Oh, it's 10:07. I'll go at 10:15, so you'll get me for like another 5 or so minutes. How about that?
Aw, that makes me so happy and sad.
I mean, Joe can go live, and then you can go on Joe's. And I
I'm
can
gonna
watch you
try
in
to go
the
back to
comments.
bed.
Joe, that's not the answer we were looking for. No, it's okay.
That's okay. Well, I've got my hours now for the month, but I still have to be conservative with them, so I'll have time for my live streams, for my regular live streams.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, it's difficult when you want to start just hanging out with people when you get a little group of friends.
Yeah, well, I mean, I can always start a second account like other people do.
Yeah, or do like me and have 4 accounts before I purchased it.
Right. Yeah, I mean, because I've purchased it. I've used to pay for StreamYards all the time, even before when I used to go live twice a week. I was like getting real close to the 20 hours, so I would just purchase it.
I think, didn't you have 2 or 3, Joe? Didn't you have like 2 or 3 accounts, Joe? With StreamYard, yeah, 3.
Yeah,
Cool.
you would have to keep up with all the hours that everybody goes live.
Yes, it is crazy. And sometimes I wish it was just so much easier to go live on YouTube, and I wish YouTube had a built-in feature to do something like this. But who knows? Right. YouTube might implement it in the future, and I wonder what would happen if it did happen.
Well, I think YouTube, doesn't do stuff like this because they already have so much stuff that streams even without being able to stream multiple people from multiple, destinations. That would take up even more of their resources. That as long as places, I mean, and StreamYards is the only thing I've ever used to go live because it's just so easy.
So I just wanted to make check because I think I've told you while you've been on panel before, but there is a car that lives on this street too, and it's the exact same type of car as us. And it was very close outside, and it sounded like it was our car starting up. And I know that both of us are in here with the house.
Oh, look who it is!
There'd be no cunt in the car trying to break in. Kitty.
My sweet baby girl.
Oh no, Kitty ran away when I make it full screen.
Oh, she's leaving my lap. She wasn't down for the kitty loving just yet. When she is, she's the sweetest pea in the pod.
Ain't they bitches? I just say no.
Get down.
Okay, Angela. Try to get some sleep, sweetie.
I'm so awake, and everybody else is gonna go back to bed. Go to bed.
I know. I'm sorry. Well, if you live stream, I'll be in the chat.
Yeah, I know. I'm thinking about it.
Do it.
6:11.
Y'all stop that.
Oh, you just spray them.
Spray beside them. I don't like spraying them. But
yeah,
when I spray beside them, they're like, ooh, mama means something.
Yeah, I straight up spray Ruby. She's getting used to me. Now she's starting to listen to me when I say no, get off the table. She's getting off the table. So it's worked its magic.
My bird likes to bathe in the spray of the spray bottle.
Your bird is weird. But that's okay to have a weird bird.
It is okay to have a weird bird.
It's
It
okay to
goes
have
with the weird owner.
and weird friends.
Well, the friends aren't that weird.
Ah.
They're just
I
special. They're
don't
just
mind
special.
being weird.
They're special. They're my special friends.
I love being special.
Shelley does too.
Joe, I secretly hope that your pallet gets there Saturday because it said 2 days, and I shipped it yesterday around 2 o'clock. So you might get it as early as Saturday, but they said on the shipping thing that it'd be Monday.
I do get a lot of things a day early for some reason.
Yeah, well, I got the first batch of palette of Color Pop palettes a day early, so that was exciting. Which made me super happy. Oh, he's beating his wood again.
It feels nice and smooth.
Is it like petrified or something?
No, it's literally just a giant slice of the wood.
Is it treated? Does it have like a coating on it?
No. It's like stained from just being a coaster for things, but this is.
Oh yeah, it just looks like there's like some kind of lacquer or something on it.
No, that's just the color of the wood.
That's really amazing. That's beautiful.
See?
Ooh, there's a knot.
This side's a bit more fun because it's got some like staining or whatever, so it's a bit more like
Right.
unique thing.
Yeah, definitely. I can see that it's been used with love. That's a big old hunk of wood for sure.
See, like it's got a bit more of a. It's been stripped, but it's a natural edge type of thing.
Right.
What I've wanted to do is potentially cut certain parts out of it and do resin type boards and turn them into little platters for doing makeup type stuff with. So it would just be like a nice piece of wood with some resin.
Cool.
But then also like I said, the actual wood that the tree that this wood comes from is endangered, and it's a special thing, and like it's hard to find this type of wood, especially in this kind of large chunk of it in this state.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to keep it as decent as possible. I don't care that it's in the state that it is, but I still want to, at least keep it, because you can, at the very least, shave off the slightest little bit of each surface or each face to give it a brand new finish.
Yeah, have you ever seen any burl wood, James? I know Joe's seen burl wood. It's super
My
amazing.
brain, can you just show me a photo of my
Yeah,
brain? Is it's like
me
too
get
fried to remember at the moment.
Yeah, it's super beautiful. Burl wood. Let's see. Oh, that's not real burl wood. That's silly. Images. Like, no. Stop. Like, this is burl wood. It's like a natural slice of wood that's really rich.
Oh, okay.
And they treat it. Let me see if I can find another picture that's a little better. But this is what it looks like. It's just real rich and has lots of.
Oh, I love that type of stuff.
Yeah, it's just super gorgeous. It's crazy expensive.
I'd almost like that purple. Like, could you imagine that stained royal purple?
Oh, that would be beautiful.
I know. I'd love it. I need it in my life. It'd probably be very expensive. And people would be pissed. funny how people get upset when you like stain nice pieces of wood leather like that. And it's like it's giving it life. It's going to be loved because clearly someone cares if they're going to take the time to stain it such a unique shade.
Right. Well, you don't have to add a lot of color to the burl wood because it's already such rich color unto itself.
Yeah.
It's super hard to find and it's super expensive.
I mean, obviously, I could find similar type of woods, not obviously exact type of finish, but
Right.
similar type of patterns in Australia for
Right.
whatever the fuzz. So it will be
Well,
interesting.
I'm gonna try to get some sleep, guys. I love y'all.
It's
Love
a
you,
good.
Joe.
I'm about to go too because it's an hour and 30 minutes. But if you want to go live, Rhonda, and set up a thing, I will be in the chat of it. I promise.
All right. I don't know because it might just be me and you.
Hey, is there something wrong with that?
No, it's nothing wrong with that. But
I get
maybe
it.
maybe I'll just because I'm thinking about going live later today.
Fair enough.
So,
It's up to you either way. I'm just literally.
yeah, I think I'll just fiddle around, but I'll follow you if I decide to go live.
Go for it and probably try and, if you want to, do it sooner rather than later because I cannot guarantee that these eyes are going to stay awake for too long.
Right. Well, I hope you get some good rest. I love you, sweetheart.
I love you too, Rhonda. I hope you have a good rest of your day.
Hey,
I am
boy.
sorry. I'm
Hey,
sorry
boy.
again about the disappointment about the job interview yesterday. That does suck, but
Well, it's all right.
on to better pastures. On to better pastures.
That's right, love. And let's hope everything stays blue.
Mm-hmm. It's going to be by like a couple of thousand votes, so that's fine. I keep on saying I'm fine with it being close and it having to be recounted if it's all legitimate because I don't care. We're still going to have to wait until December 14th anyway, so let's just be patient and just ride it out.
All right. I love you, babe.
Love you. See you later. Bye, live. Bye, chat.